So much happening at the same time. Here are the top 5 reasons why Trump is trending today.
Trump is trending, he's everywhere. From the news to the cafes in our air.
All right, number 1 reason Trump is trending today, he held a press conference for the disaster, the tragedy that happened over the Potomac River last night when you had a Black Hawk helicopter collide with an American Airlines flight, killing everybody involved. Donald Trump, transparent, right there in front of the media, not a press secretary. He himself in the briefing room. We never saw this with President Joe Biden. And if you ever did, he had a little placard of who he was allowed to call on. Trump right back in the action. Hey, you, go ahead, you. And he just takes all comers. And now the big thing about this came up to the DEI. Donald Trump, as you know, strongly against the DEI hiring, especially when it comes to a position like air traffic controller. He repeatedly said, I'm not blaming anybody, but he knows that the DEI policies will lead to a disaster. The mainstream media hates this because they believe people should be hired based on the color of their skin and who they sleep with, not based on their ability. And to me, I think that's the nuttiest thing that's happened in centuries in this country. If you ask somebody a question, hey, who should we hire for this position? Should we hire somebody based on their skin color or based on their ability to do the job? If they say based on the skin color, you never take that person seriously again in your life for anything they ever say. It's the stupidest thing that we've ever had. These policies have destroyed so much of industries, so many industries in our country. He had an exchange with Caitlin Collins of CNN, as you would imagine. She comes off with that stupid undertone. You could hear it in her voice. She can't stand Donald Trump. She comes off very snarky. She asks a question about, do you have the list of names of the people on the plane? And it's like, don't you think that when that's ready, that will be presented to the public, or the people that are on the plane? Don't the families all have to be notified first? Isn't that the way that this always works? Or do you want Trump to just tell people right there then, and families haven't been notified? So Trump says, not a very smart question, which it wasn't, but she had that nasty undertone. Number 2 reason Trump is trending today is because while his press briefing is going on, 3 of his nominees were sitting in front of Senate committees and giving their testimony. It was Tulsi Gabbard, Kash Patel, and RFK Jr. back for a second round of questioning. When it comes to Tulsi Gabbard, they asked stupid questions like, Tulsi, would you show any favoritism to Russia or some nonsense like that? And Tulsi said, you know what? This is an insult. Tulsi Gabbard, obviously a combat veteran, somebody that has been serving this country for a long time, and they had the gall to ask if she would be giving favoritism to another country, making it sound like, you might be a Russian asset. The hell with these people. Kash Patel was absolutely on fire today, and he shut down so many of these Democrat senators who are only there to waste time because these people are all going to get confirmed. But Kash Patel went on for about 5 hours. He had a battle going back and forth with that Senator Amy Klobuchar, whatever her name is, and she was like, if I had 5 hours here to read your entire transcript, I would do it. And he said, you got 2 minutes. Boom. And she was like, oh. So Kash shut all these people down. And then, of course, RFK Jr., it was more about protecting Big Pharma. We saw this all day yesterday. Protect Big Pharma. There was an exchange with RFK Jr. and Bernie Sanders today. Bernie Sanders, RFK said, hey, you've taken more money from the Big Pharma when you were campaigning for president. And Bernie Sanders says, I only took a $1.5 million or something like that. And it's like, so he's always like, I had more from the workers. The workers were supporting my campaign. He's always for the workers. He's for the workers. How many of the average workers own 3 homes, Bernie Sanders, you bullshit artist? But that's the way the Socialist Party worked, right? You get to go work hard, and I'm sticking up for you while I got 3 homes I'm living in, and every excuse in the book as to why I have it and you don't. So get out of here with this guy. Number 3 reason Trump is trending today, he signed executive orders, took immediate action today from the White House. His first executive order made Chris Rocheleau the deputy administrator of the FAA. His second one was an immediate assessment that he ordered of the aviation safety. So he took immediate action, and again, he took questions from the reporters. One of them said, are you going to go to the site? Are you going to visit the site? And he says, visit the site? What are you talking about? Like the water? Do you want me to go swimming? Well, another idiotic question. But he had another banter in the Oval Office as he signed 2 executive orders. Number 4 reason Trump is trending today, there were reports of a massive army of illegal aliens that were planning to overwhelm the southern border today. Well, Texas National Guard and Trump's Border Patrol agents showed up armed and ready, and guess what? That did not happen. A lot of quiet. You can hear a pin drop right now down there at the border. Nothing happening as Donald Trump is kicking ass and taking names. Number 5 reason Donald Trump is trending today, his Secretary of Interior, Doug Burgum, was confirmed today by the Senate. Trump and Burgum will now be working together to cut these bullshit regulations that stopped our economic growth and restore America's energy dominance. And this will be the same with the rest of his nominations. Let's get them up to speed. Thank God they didn't hold up Sean Duffy's nomination as Secretary of Transportation, so he could be hitting the ground running with this tragedy that just happened, as well as Pete Hegseth. Finally, these guys are in place, but they should have been done right away. We're wasting time with the rest of these hearings because it's all about the show. It's all about political theater. These people will be confirmed, and if we're just keeping an eye on these GOP senators, because if you do not vote to confirm them, you will be primaried. Those are the top 5 reasons why Trump is trending today. If you enjoy this segment, make sure you subscribe to the podcast so you can find out the top 5 reasons why Trump is trending each and every day.
Trump is trending, he's everywhere. From the news to the cat babies in our air.